think everything is good. Yeah, I think everything is good. Okay, let me start. Wait a minute. There we go. Pillar Chase 2. A game that definitely was an interesting asymmetrical game. But what happened to my freaking mic? That was loud as freak. Oh yeah. I think that mic freaking killed my stream too. Oh yeah, I think it should all be good. Yeah, like right here by this range. If not, then I probably have to mute Roblox because I don't know what's going on. Alright, so I want to talk about these characters right here. I don't care if I pulled up the thumbnail, but I'm gonna talk about these characters right here because these are the two characters that seriously ruined the game, and these are like the people that actually think that these characters were like the fun characters to go against. So yeah, you got the evil blue hedgehog that had like a overpowered moveset, no escape, had mobility and no way escape, and then you had a dead rabbit animatronic that's coming to kill you, and he wheeled out an axe, and he didn't even need to use the axe. The axe was definitely good, but he didn't even need to use it because his speed was increased, and he just had really good, how do I say it, like this guy was just unstoppable without the freaking axe. And like he could spam ventilation error, phantom step, or phantom what, I really don't even know. I don't play a Springtrap. I didn't even play a Springtrap back then that much because I really didn't invest much time into him, but I knew that this guy was definitely an annoying killer. Both of these killers were annoying. And like, if you've seen that video, I'm assuming that nobody didn't see it, but a YouTuber made a video talking about that, like PCX was like the unnecessary evil we needed, because you know in the current Pillar Chase 2 it's a lot of energy burst users and people that loop, and PCX was like probably the only character in Springtrap to really, you know, catch up to these mobility characters. And I'm here to say that like it wouldn't make a difference, because just say it like this, like, you know, everybody is going to play as these two characters because they're the more stronger characters in the entire monster roster. So everybody is just going to be using these characters, and there's obviously going to get maybe more players, obviously, since people take FNAF and Sonic too serious. So they're obviously going to go inside the game and just abuse these characters, and they wouldn't even use any single other character. They would just use the same characters that they would use because they're OP as freak, and it ruined the game. And I've got a ton of deaths thanks to PCX. Like, look at my deaths, bro. I got 1,696 deaths, bro. I probably at least died like 1,000 times to this guy. Every time every time I see PCX, I get killed. I see him again, get killed. See him again, get killed. Why am I getting killed by this guy? Oh yeah, because he kept on getting REWORK. This guy got a rework. And then later on, it would keep coming. it'll just keep going and going and going, and nothing didn't seem to do anything, bro. Nothing didn't work. This guy was still unstoppable. He even got new abilities, replaced new abilities, and nothing didn't even work. This character was just impossible to balance. And this is the thing, like, honestly, to my understanding, bro, like, balancing and unbalancing, bro, is, like, to me, is non-existent. Like, everybody gotta always say that, like, oh yeah, this character is, like, unbalanced and stuff like that. I mean, obviously PCX and SPRINGTRAP were unbalanced because it was literally no escape. Like, you were just a sitting duck at that point. You could run all you want, juke them all you want. SPRINGTRAP even covers your entire screen with black. Can't even see. PCX could just he had like the best mobility ability ever. He could fly up to the sky, you know, fly over objects. You cannot tell me how busted that is in this game. And yet people want them back in the game still. Why do people want them back in the game so much? Like, PCX is coming to the recode, SPRINGTRAP is coming into the recode. Why can't we just wait, bro? Like, everybody wants them back into the pre-recode so bad just because it's annoying players. Like, what is, honestly, bro, like, I know I said that the pre-recode definitely needs a last update because I feel like since more people are going to, you know, still play Pillar Chase 2, the pre-recode, and wait for the recode to open, because recently the pre-recode has been getting a ton of players for some reason. It reached the 1,000 players, but now it kind of went down though. But it's still near, you know, 1,000 players. But literally when PCX and SPRINGTRAP were still in the game, this game at least had like 2,000 people in here. Bring SPRINGTRAP back, bro. We do not need SPRINGTRAP back, bro. Like, if I wanted to play PC2 the pre-recode right now, I would just honestly get a ton of SPRINGTRAP users in here because they would obviously just use him to just be annoying. It literally wouldn't even make a difference. None. It wouldn't even make a difference. This is why Blade, to my understanding, you know, he doesn't need to focus on it too much. But maybe someday we might get blessed. Maybe someday we might get blessed with a pre-recode update. We just never know. Because you know dang well this guy's not touching this game. This game has been gone down the gutter way too many times. You know Blade is not touching this game. Blade has been focusing on the recode way too much, bro. You know dang well he's not updating this game. Like, here are my suggestions. Like, if Blade wanted to make a last update for the pre-recode, which I'm assuming he's obviously not watching this because he's probably busy doing something or whatever and stuff like that. Okay, so here's what Blade needs to do. Number one, he doesn't need to do nothing major, but okay. Bring back Baldy. Bring back Baldy's buffs back. Like, seriously, I feel like the fact that Baldy got nerfed to the ground, despite this guy hasn't even got updated way too many times, but the fact that this guy got a nerf and his gameplay is less effective is actually insane to me. Like, they seriously need to buff this guy. Fogborn doesn't even need a buff. You already know this guy is like crazy OP. Doesn't need nothing crazy. I feel like Vapor, Vapor, like, his teleportation is kind of janky. Like, you can't teleport in certain spots in the map due to like the shaping. Since we got a new builder in Pillar Chase 2, Vapor can't really teleport into, like, you know, vertical objects, you know, on the floor. He can't teleport through, like, you know, different shaping on the floor since everything, you know, looks kind of fresh in the pre-record a bit. Uncle Samsonite needs a buff. People say this guy needs a nerf, but this guy seriously needs a buff. Like, I feel like this guy needs a speed buff. Like, his speed needs to be increased. He's way too slow to catch people, and like, this guy is just a looping log. Like, he can't really do anything, and you legit have to do a tech in order to get a competent player, but I feel like nobody isn't gonna fall for that little tech of his. MX is kind of debatable, but like, this guy really can't do anything in this game. Like, I don't know how Blade would change MX in the pre-recode, because MX can't really catch up in certain maps, especially since like some maps have ceilings. I think Forest King should have his sliding mechanic back. I feel like the sliding mechanic, was really unique to his character, and it's actually pretty good. Like, you would catch up pretty fast. So I feel like his sliding mechanic should be back. Melodicus, man, this guy's, I don't know, man. Like, Melodicus is kind of a beast, but he can get countered by all means. But I really don't know. Yeah, MX is like way better in the recode. Like, I really don't think he needs a major change. Now, Wisp definitely needs a change. We can all agree that this monster needs a change, bro. Look at his stats: 21 speed, 100 stamina. Bro, everybody be saying that he needs a stamina buff, bro. I'm thinking at least a speed buff. Like, Wisp needs a speed buff. I'm telling you, if Wisp had a speed buff, his frenzy would be so much more useful. He would actually feel like a fast monster during that frenzy ability of his. I feel like Wisp was way too rushed. This guy's kind of a basic killer. At the end of the day, Wisp is just a M1 killer. There's nothing really too special about Wisp. Despite him being a fun monster. Yeah, I think 21 speed should, do the job for Wisp, because, this guy has to save up stamina, Survivor pre-runs. Okay, Vita Mimic. A lot of people think Vita Mimic is, like, unescapable, but I feel like this guy should at least be, like, a bit fast. I don't know. Because, like, I see this a lot. Survivors, Stefano, Energy Burst. I feel like this guy should be way more faster in Elder Ascension. Maybe a bit fast, not too fast. And I also think that his base speed should at least be somewhat fast. But Vita Mimic is kind of balanced. Yeah, Mimic is like a balanced killer. But I don't know about you. Like, everybody would just pre-run and use Stefano. But, like, I think he just needs, like, a bit change. Not, like, a major change, because this guy could be OP, but, like, this guy is kind of, like, a weird one to use. Fawadi. I feel like Fawadi's fine. I think, like, a cool feature that maybe Blade could do, if it was ever updated, is if Fawadi could at least be similar to MX, where you could kind of drift your silly rush. I think drifting your silly rush would be actually a cool little feature to Fawadi. So Fawadi isn't just like a avoidable so silly rush isn't that too avoidable. I feel like he should at least have like some drifting in his ability. Inkfell, I feel like this guy is debatable, but all people do is really hide from this guy, and some people play terrible with Inkfell. I mean, like, he's bad, obviously, in mainlands, but I think in all the rest of the maps, he actually plays perfectly good. I feel like some people don't really like play Inkfell as good. Jeff is like balanced. Jeff is balanced. I feel like Mahako Heish should at least be like a I feel like it should have a longer duration, and I feel like he should at least be maybe a tiny bit fast. Make his crouch short. Yeah, I think his crouch should be shorter. No, I feel like I really don't know what to say to Jeff, because like he's pretty balanced, and Silent Stalker is like the only way for him to win. But I feel like my Hayako Heish should at least have a bit of a change. Is that it? Oh no, Valum, bro. We all thought this guy was unbalanced, but I guess we were wrong. Bro, seriously, I feel like this guy, man, like he's kind of debatable. Cause Valum is more of a monster in this game with skill. In the recode, he takes definitely a lot of skill now due to like the balance changes with him. He's really bad now. But this guy is more of a strategy type monster. So you really have to, think of where you gotta place your demonic illusions at. And, I checked a few players here and there with demonic illusion. I usually place it during looping spots. And, like, I really don't know what to say. Like, I feel like this guy shouldn't have, like, that. What? Look how much stamina this guy has. Like, that's 30 stamina, man. But, hey. AO1, for the love of God, please, bro. For the love of God, give this guy more stamina. This guy needs stamina, man. Like, I'm telling you, man, like, AO1 is good, but he's just not great. This guy needs more stamina, man. Like, this guy freaking gets out stamina'd, and Sludge Whip is just useless at this point. Sludge Travel is just useless. Can't even do anything. I find it funny that in the recode it doesn't drain any stamina, but in Sludge Travel it wastes stamina in the pre-recode. That's so funny to me. Like, he's really good in host form. Like, the only way you're winning with AO1 is definitely with host form. I really wish host form, I really wish Blade still somewhat added a feature where you could go in host form into a dead body. I feel like that would make AO1 like a really good killer. You kill like a noob, and then like you could just like solo out these experienced players, and it would be like a really good time. Like, he definitely has the potential to be the best monster in this game, but I say AO1 is like a B tier. But I feel like all these monsters should have changes. Upgrades. Remove super sliding. Remove energy bursts. Please, bro. Please can remove invincible, bro. Like, no, we seriously need to remove this ability, bro. Like, it's the fact that you hit somebody and they lose stamina and they still run away. Like, this ability doesn't even reward you. You lose stamina while this ability technically rewards you, and they still run away. I just don't get the appeal of this. Rewind is fine. Parry stance is fine. You just gotta, like, be patient. Sixth Sense is okay. Clarity, I feel like it shouldn't be an easy ability. I feel like it should be kind of a harder ability because this game's supposed to be scary. Double Down needs a nerf. Shouldn't be that OP. Yeah, I think Double Down needs a nerf. Because you can get like 4 flashbangs, 4 med kits, and 4 flashlights and 4 Doomfists if you're lucky. You're basically just abusing the killer at this point. I don't think Springtrap is like... Springtrap is definitely going to come back, but he's most likely going to be another monster because Stonehusk is basically scrap at this point, man. Like, he's gone. Like, he's just gone, man. Stonehusk is dead, bro. But yeah, what I was saying with PCX and Springtrap, man, is like these two monsters seriously ruin the experience of the game, gameplay wise, when you go against them. I like these monsters, but people glaze them to the maximum and just say like, oh yeah, we need PCX and Springtrap back into the game because like they were like the unnecessary evil we need. But yeah, like, okay, so energy bursts, looping, you know, bad, annoying, Springtrap, PCX, still back in the game if there was ever back in the game. Bad idea, unfair gameplay wise. Survivors would just die, and nothing would literally change. People wear these characters every time. Wouldn't even use the rest of the roster. Not even Fogborn, man. I find it crazy that nobody... Not even Fogborn, bro? Like, come on, bro. Like, Fogborn is at least good, man. Like, you cannot leave Fogborn, bro. Like, these people would die for PCX and Springtrap. Like, they would literally sacrifice themselves for Springtrap and PCX if they were like still in this game. Like, I bet you right now that like these people would be so hypocritical. Like, bro, I bet you right now that if Springtrap and PCX were still in this game, bro, everybody in this jump would still be playing this game. Despite this game being in a bad state, everybody on my soul will still be playing as these characters. And the game would have more players. But if they are moved, bro, they gonna have like that. They won't have that same energy, and like nobody wouldn't even be playing this game. Cause that's the only monsters they care about. Shoot, maybe even Stricken, bro. But I'm not saying that's the reason why Pillar Chase 2 is dead. You could say it's not dead, but like it's not the reason because, you know, Springtrap and PCX were removed because like the game is dead. It's just that the game is just, it doesn't even update that much. I mean, we had AO1 and the player base went up, but it really didn't even do nothing, man. Like if the base game, you know, still got a few more updates, then it could at least had more players. I mean, that's all we're asking for. I mean, we could at least had a final update. The Halloween update, you know, that was only the last update we had. Bro, okay, my thing with Rosemary is that, like, in all means, she can get looped, but, like, eventually, she'll catch up. Because, like, you know, honestly, Rosemary is, like, the easiest killer to win with. I'm not even lying. Like, I even went against Energy Burst users, man, and I wiped them clean with Rosemary. Rosemary Rosemary has like everything free. She has echolocation, reviews every single survivor's location. It basically counters freaking cloak, bro. You can see cloak players for free. You know, they're dead. You could drain people's stamina quick. Blind they screen, get stamina. Like, she's crazy, bro. Like, I've won a ton of games with Rosemary. She's actually insane. Like, a lot of people like to say that Rosemary is bad, but you are wrong, man. Like, she is something else, man. She is cracked, bro. Like, I don't know, man. Like, back to PCX, bro. Like, this guy had 10,000 reworks and still didn't get anything fixed. I don't know what Blade was smoking, but that's the worst developed character of all time. I don't know how Blade didn't come up of a solution to balance this character that everybody was asking for, because it's incredibly impossible to basically nerf this character, because he just kept on having protein, bro. Like, I don't understand, man. Like, PCX was just something else, bro. This guy was just ruthless, bro. I still have freaking PTSD of this monster till this day. The whole entire freaking lobby was using this guy, bro. But, like, what are y'all thoughts despite PCX and SPRINGTRAP? I guess striking removed in the pre-recode. Like, would you think it would be fine if they were still in the game? Do you think it would have at least revived the player base? Do you think you know, it would have been more fair to go against loopers and all that? Do you think it would have solved anything? Yeah, what's up, Midnight? This stream is kind of boring. I'm not making it fun. But let me see something. Like to my understanding, man, like if you're glazing these characters and saying that they're the unnecessary evil, bro, like please, bro, like I seriously think that like it's a good decision that they're out of this game for good, bro. Like, I don't mean to be rude to people, but I'm gonna say it again, bro. Like, I am so glad that they're gone. Like, despite this game being bad, because you know you've seen my video. I mean, I did. Let me see. I mean,
natural.
Oh fuck! Like, look at this, bro. Like, you seen the video, bro. Like, I'm playing as MX. MX is definitely a good killer, I would say, but this guy has a little bit of flaws. Like, I'm playing as MX, and this guy can still regain stamina, and like, look at this, bro. Like, just, man. Like, I'm just famished, bro. Like, despite this game having issues with most of the monsters, man, like, I would honestly quit this game for good if those two rodents were still in this game, man. Like, I just can't stand them, man. Like, they just seriously gave me so much PTSD, bro. P6 finals patch before he got removed. He was alright. Yeah, I feel like he was more fair, despite that you can't run, not being able to drift. You know, he was a fine monster. He wasn't too annoying. But I'm talking about like when PCX was still overpowered, and like, wait, the PCX I was most interested in was the Jeff update, as God Unbound seemed to be. That guy did a ton of damage. That guy was insane with freaking God Unbound. I wasn't there to play as God Unbound, but God Unbound was insane, bro. But he must cook with the Rico PCX was doing a final version before he got brought up out back. Bro, man, I just really hope PCX in the recode isn't the only monster to be played as. That's like the main thing I'm worried about. I was gonna make that a rant stream. I was literally gonna make that a stream. Like, I'm seriously afraid of PCX now thinking about it, cause the amount of people that glaze this guy for being a cameo in this game now, man, it just makes me worried that he's just the only monster to really play as now? Is he really just the only option? Like, why is he just the only option to play as? It's other monsters to enjoy. I mean, it's always the people that only come into this game to just only play their favorite character. I seriously hate that so much. Why do you come into a asymmetrical game just to play a character that you only like and only use them? And they gotta always spread it around, and people start using them, man. Like, why do they only come for a game just to play their favorite character? You got all these other characters that are interesting to play as, and they all have their unique kit. Vapor is the worst PCX 2 monster. Bro, you are tripping, man. Vapor is not bad, bro. I think PCX should be recode Valum complexity, but being semi-strong. Yeah, somewhat. If pre-recode gets a rare chance to get an update, maybe A1 feel better to play as. His stats are the reason why I stopped my gold A01 grind and start doing MX in either body or Arena Mimic. I had more fun when PCX got removed and people used different monsters. Yeah, that's the thing I liked about it. Like, you see a ton of Jeff users now. Jeff wasn't even that used. Shoot, even Valum wasn't even that used. Like, I never in my life in PCX 2 ever seen a Forest King user or an Uncle Samsonite user. Is it just me, or now since every time I hop in this game, you never see a Forest King user, or even an Uncle Samsonite, or even a Whist? They are incredibly rare to find. I play monsters that are interesting to me. Yeah, I could dig with that. Yeah, I play monsters that I could stick to and think that are more interesting to me. I don't play monsters that are just cracked. You know, I at least want to play monsters that, you know, have, you know, some hardness into it. You know, they aren't that difficult, but, you know, they're like a hit or miss type monster. Forest King is never shown, bro. Forest King is just a mythical Fleetway at this point. I know Fleetway is in the private server, not Memories, but I'm just saying, like, Forest King is just a mythical creature, bro. He's a side dish, bro. Like, they freaking left this guy in the freaking forest, bro. Nobody gives this guy any type of love, bro. I only see, like, my Discord friend give this guy some love, but I never see people give Forest King any type of attention. Man. Like, this... Like, I'm just ready for this recode to open, man. Like, I didn't really play the recode that much when the new map came, because honestly, bro, I really don't care about maps, bro. I'm just ready to play as Rosemary once she comes out. Because, like, the new map The new map is way too easy, bro. It's way too easy. You could call the helicopter in no time. It's just an easy freaking monster chance. You don't even need to have no effort. It auto does it for you. Like, they need to make the task more difficult in this freaking game. Like, the survivors do the task way too quick. And I'm not a big fan of, like, the new timer. I feel like, I mean, kind of maybe, because, like, the game used to be, like, 5 to 6 minutes long. Now the game is, like, 3 to 4 minutes long. And especially when there's, like, a fewer people, bro, you have, like, 2 minutes to kill people. And think of maps like Dungeon, where Dungeon has, like, a ton of spots. And you gotta walk around and find them. But, yeah. But I want to do a PC2 recode tier list. I want to give my thoughts. On these monsters so far. So, I already ranked most of these monsters, but I'm going to just put them down here. I'm gonna give you my thoughts on some of these monsters, though. Wait, where's Fogborn at? Fogborn's not even on the list. Okay, there we go. Alright, Fogborn's in here. Alright, so yeah, the PCX rant is done. I don't feel like changing the title because I'm lazy. Alright, so you already know where I'm going to put this guy at. You know what? I'm going to put Valum in C. Okay. This guy's definitely not good as he was before. But, I mean, kind of make something work. Not really. Not that good at server wipes. You know, kill 2 to 3 people maybe and don't even win. So I gave Valum at least some mercy. Yeah, I gave this guy some mercy at least. And this is based on experience. So you have to, in order to, you know, make a tier list, you need to have experience. You can't put a character on just and bad if you didn't play them or whatever, or you haven't played this character in a long time. You need to have experience in order to, you know, have a good tier list. So I'm doing this based on experience on how I think of the monster and how good they are. Okay, Fogborn. I made a 1 hour video on this guy, and like, this guy, don't get me wrong, Fogborn is still good. You know, he's a little sluggish like than he was before, but that's just to balance the monster out, and he's probably gonna get a lot more changes along with other things, but he's still a relatively a good monster. I just feel like the main problem with Fogborn is like its items and also abilities. I don't know how to say it. Use super kind of counters Fogborn, even despite if you counter it, because Fogborn's M1 does less damage, and you have to rely on his crouch a lot because it does more heavy hitter damage, and his foggy stare, but it's not called foggy stare anymore, but like his stare has been getting nerfed way too much, and it's now kind of a avoidable ability. And health booster also counters him because he does little to nothing damage, and the survivors can just heal and, you know, walk away. And Fogborn just kind of has limited amount of abilities, but like he still kind of stands out and is able to do silver wipes though. He's a little counterable, but he's actually not that bad. I'm not saying that Fogborn is like a bad killer, but I feel like this guy just gets a bit bullied too much with certain items. MX is going in S tier. And this is not the Glaze MX, because MX back then was definitely a powerful monster, and now it's decent. But in the Recode, this guy is a freaking beast. It's nothing you could do with MX once you're in a corner, and it's nothing you could do when MX is just on your cheeks. This guy, freaking crushing grip is way too OP. Slam the survivor, instantly bone breaks them, and they're just dead. Pow hop, kind of avoidable. Treasure demise, a bit avoidable, but they're still pretty effective. It's just no escape going against MX. MX is quite literally a fun monster to play as, and is a general powerhouse. Like, I don't know why people think MX is terrible. If you think MX is terrible, then you just suck. I'm sorry. Vapor, I put this guy in S tier for a reason. Because mostly people put Vapor in A tier because he's slow. But it don't matter if the monster is slow. Just because the monster is slow, it don't mean that they suck. Because, you know, like, if Vapor was fast, man, like, generally, what would you do, man? Like, you have to make the character at least somewhat unique, man. Vapor has teleportation for a reason. But, like, Vapor is going in S tier. Like, generally, because, number one, this guy is a general powerhouse, too. His, I forgot what that ability is called. Blazing Cage. Despite it, you know, kind of being like a Juki simulator, you know, you just gotta like wait it out, and the survivor is basically trapped, and there's nothing that they can literally do. They're just stuck inside the circle, and if they just run out, then they're basically just bone broken, and Vapor can just instantly kill them. And Scorching Grip, if you're basically caught in it, it's literally GG's. And Vapor himself can also, you know, get out of the mode and turn people into a Spider Skull. And Spider Skulls are so much better than it was before. You would get one-shotted way too easily, but now they're really effective. And I think his demonic shift can be jukeable, but like it saves him a bunch of time. And he also has other abilities to catch up, such as Scorching Grip. But, you know, this guy could definitely zone people, and he does a ton of damage. Like, people say Vapor sucks, but I just think Vapor is good. That's just me, man. I think this guy's cracked. Blazing Cage absolutely requires Vapor to be slow, otherwise... Yeah, like, if he didn't have any way of zoning players, then I think he'll be in B tier, honestly. He would just be a regular M1 killer at the end of the day. Aoni? Wait, I did a review on this guy. I did a review on Aoni. I think I ranked this guy so low. Did I? Let me see. I feel like I ranked this guy so low. I gave him like a 6 out of 10, I think. Hold on. Let me see. Oh, no, I gave him a 7 out of 10. So, that's basically... I think I gave Aoni a C tier. I gave Aoni a C tier because, you know, I feel like... No. Okay, so, like, if Aoni still was the way he was, I feel like he would be, like, a low B tier. Or at least, like, a C plus. But now, this guy is way more different. He is built different. But, like, it's nothing to really say. It's nothing to really say. Like, Aoni is Aoni has a big glow up. Like, yeah, if he has no minions, then you're basically cooked. He would be at B tier or at least C tier. But I usually put this guy in A. It's kind of hard to choose because like he depends on minions way too much. So this is kind of a iffy take. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm about to put him in A tier. Like, yeah, at least near like a C. I mean, like a S minus maybe. Like, I've played Aoni, and this guy could be a looping simulator. So I put him in A tier, basically. Like, his ground pound, he thinks he's a hawk buck. He thinks he's hawk man. This guy thinks he's like a literal ground pounding machine. I don't know how the heck Aoni was this strong to freaking ground pound the ground to the point where the survivor, loses damage, but it's kind of useless now. Like, Aoni's abilities are just way too random for his moveset, but I think the grasshopper ability is at least his better ability. But like at the end of the day, like he relies on that grasshopper so much if he isn't going for any minions or not. But like the grasshopper is sort of avoidable, and it goes away if the survivor pre-runs way too much. So I at least put him in A tier for the respects. AL1, this guy gets mixed feelings. A lot of people don't like AL1, but I'm gonna give this guy some gratitude, because the rework. Did you even notice that the ground pound could? Yeah, I tried it before, and literally it doesn't even solve anything. It's so cheeks, bro. Yeah, AL1 gives mixed feelings. A lot of people don't like this guy, but I like him. Let's give this guy an A. I think an A would fit him. Somewhat of a high A. I feel like the host form, this guy is a bootleg MX, I will admit. And I feel like, when he jumps, it's not too effective since he can't turn just like MX can't. No, MX can turn, but he can't turn. And it's kind of hard to pounce somebody, especially if you're in a map such as Holding Facility. In Holding Facility, people abuse the doors. And a lot of people like to use Alchemist / Vanisher. A lot of people like to abuse that. And you can now use dead bodies for the host form, which I find cool. But why does he have so much low stamina in his host form? But his base form is definitely a lot better. He's basically like Stricken, but it's like the opposite. Base form, base form is good. Host form is decent. I think the damage for host form is really good, and I think I forgot what that ability is called, but where he turns into a little plant and it drags the survivor to them. I honestly think that's a really good ability. Like, I like the idea of it. A lot of people don't know how to use it because you have to hold it, but I generally think it's a pretty good powerhouse. Like, I got a ton of people with that ability, and they lose half of their damage to it. I say it's fair game if you're smart enough to use it. And the vacuum cleaner, the vacuum cleaner ability. Like, I feel like that's a pretty funny ability to use. Most people don't use it during chase, but I try to use it during chase, and it's sort of effective, if you know what I'm saying. But I'd say AO1 is slightly better than Ioni. Stricken. He's not going in B tier, but no, but we'll think about that. Stricken, man. Oh my gosh, Stricken, man. This guy gets so much love for saying that he's the best monster in this game. Stricken, man. Like, a lot of people say he's the best monster in the Recode. Now, I played Stricken, you know, a bunch of times, and I'm not the best Stricken main, but I'm not gonna say that he's a bad killer, because he can be good if you, I guess, use him right. I mean, if you use him right and place a ton of custards on the map and be active on the tank form. But let's just say this. This guy is completely buns without that tank form. This guy relies on his tank form way too much to be in chase. I cannot believe that the base form of a character, if you don't want to play a tank form, just say that. If you don't want to play a tank form and you just want to place traps around, good luck. Because all I'm going to say is, man, and lock in, I guess. I don't know what to tell you, man. Like, you're going to have a ton of frontline users, stupid energy burst users, like that bootleg ability. You're going to have Vanisher users, man. Like, all I'm going to say is good luck. Screech ability is so buns to use in chase, man. Like, it's a long cooldown, especially. It's not that effective. Definitely in the pre-recode, his base form was a lot better, I feel like. And it's definitely an interesting idea for Stricken, but like I just can't, man. Like, tank form is just the only way to really win with Stricken, and sometimes I just like to play the base form because in LMS, bro, he's cooked. This guy's cooked in LMS. Like, unless if you get your infection meter all the way up just in time before the timer is like at 30, bro, you are cooked. Like, you need to really think this out really fast in LMS, because that infection meter in the tank form now goes down by way too fast. Like, I'm sorry, bro, but like, Stricken to me, man, like, this guy is definitely like tough in his tank form, man, but I'm gonna be really honest, bro, but I feel like he should at least stay in B tier somewhat. Like, I feel like it should be a B tier, bro. At least like at least like a minus or like a B plus, bro. Cause a lot of people be glazing this guy and be saying that he's the best monster, but I don't see it. I generally don't see that he's the best monster in this game. Like, the tank form is good and all, but bro, like, LMS, man, he's cooked. He's generally cooked, bro. What else can you do? You're basically just a sit and duck at this point, man. You're basically playing the chase game. Who's gonna catch up to who? Who's gonna run away from who? You know what I'm saying? Like, this guy got nerfed to the ground. Like, I really want this guy to get a buff in the no, generally this guy needs a buff. Like, I don't know why Blade keeps nerfing these monsters so much, bro. Like, Al only got a nerf, I guess is reasonable, but bro, this guy can't do anything, bro, in his base form. And relies on tank form way too much, bro. Like, I know AL1 is like at that tier, but AL1 is effective at least in Stricken. Cause AL1 is actually kind of broken. but some people don't see him as broken. But I see AO1 as a broken killer. He doesn't have the potential in his host form, maybe, but he's decent. But he's definitely more effective than Stricken. But I just see Stricken as like a M1 killer at the end of the day. He's basically like Ghostface and DBD. He's just a M1 killer. Like, I'm sorry, bro. I don't mean to disappoint Stricken mains or Stricken fans, bro, but like, he's not the best killer, bro. Just face it, man. He's a B. I'm sorry, bro. Okay, now that we got the killers out of the way, that's my tier list. Let's do the maps now, since there's a ton of maps in this game. Dungeon is going in S tier, bro. Like, a lot of people said, what's the best map in Pillar Chase 2? Everybody voted Dungeon. And I agree. Like, I feel like Dungeon is the best map, and definitely one of the more balanced maps for the monster and the survivor. Like, like, bro, the amount of killer barriers it is in this map is crazy. Like, I generally love this map, and like the task in this map is like really good to do for grinding. Like, I generally speedrun the pages to get the monster faster. Like, Dungeon is so good, bro. I love it. Like, I'm so glad that Dungeon got this change from what it is in the pre-recode to now what it is now in the recode. I love it, bro. You already know, man. You already know. You already know, bro. This map is doodoo cheeks, bro. Like, generally, why do new people even vote this map? I want to go to Dungeon, I get Tourney Abyss. I want to go to Hoarding Facility, I get Eternal Abyss. I want to go to Sewers, I get Eternal Abyss. Shoot, I even want to go to Pillar Stronghold, and I get Eternal Abyss. Why do people pick this map? This map is doodoo for the survivor, and like, generally, bro, this map is just a walking simulator. It's nothing interesting. Maybe Vapor and Valum, because they have a connection in this map, especially, but I don't care. This map is doodoo cheeks. The task, especially, man, like, why are we picking up a bucket and throwing it on a burnt soul? Like, what? What type of task is that? And why are we picking up bones and putting them in the fire? What? Like, what is this, bro? Like, are we playing Cleaning Simulator, bro? What is this? Like, the task of this map is so questionable, bro. Like, this map is definitely the Souls of the Dead. Like, I'm definitely cleansing up these lost souls that for some reason got burnt up by Vapor. Because I'm assuming Vapor burnt these souls up alive. Just by the fire. I mean, y'all see the fire. I mean, you don't see Vapor burning up this map? I mean, shoot. And, bro, nobody does the freaking boat, bro. Like, I hate picking up planks, going to a certain area, long areas especially, and putting planks in when nobody doesn't even put any planks in. Like, I'm trying to escape. Nobody's getting the planks. And I gotta walk around, and I got 30 seconds left, and I got 9 out of 12 planks. And nobody isn't doing anything. This map is cheeks, bro. You know what? You know what? Just delete this map. Delete it, bro. Sewers? I'm gonna put it in B tier. There's a jump spot on one of the trees near the campfire. Bro. There we go again with Blade, man. Just be freaking leave a survivor some spots to abuse in. Anyways, I think Sewers is a solid map. I think it's a solid map. If people knew what the hell they were doing, it would be an A tier, but I'm putting it in B tier. Because nobody goes for the exit anymore. And the exit is incredibly easy to open. But nobody doesn't do anything. They'll hold the item, but won't even use it. So what's the point? You grab the axe, you don't even use it for the door. You grab the freaking, what's it called, the bolt cutters, but you didn't put it by the exit. So what's the point? You grab the item, but not even gonna use it? And can we talk about how the generators are like hell to do? Like the tasks are kind of decent. I feel like the valves are definitely easier to do, but the generators, bro, you don't get rewarded for none of that, man. Really, like it's kind of a walking simulator map, but definitely better than certain maps in this game, especially. I think this map at least deserves some slack, because I feel like it's fair for monster and killer. But I'm gonna put this map in B tier. This is the easiest map to do tasking for sure. The best map to be grinding for tasking, but I'll put it in maybe B tier. Maybe B tier. This map is kind of a survivor-sided map. Just a little bit. Because, you know, it is some looping spots in this map, especially with the upstairs. But, you could kind of make something work. But, like, I feel like, the monster barriers are really useless in this map. Despite them being monster barriers in here, you can't really like see anybody in the map anymore like you were before. I kind of miss that. Yeah, I think the vents in Pillar Stronghold should be a lot more, you know, shouldn't be that easy to really do any tasks. Cause, bro, like I'm trying to do a task, bro. I hear somebody doing this. Like, bro, why are you tryharding on the freaking vent, man? Like, I'm trying to get tasks done. And somebody's tryharding for the vent to get the monster, man. Like, dang, bro. Like, it's not that deep, bro. You're gonna get your monster, bro. Why are you tryharding to get the vent open, bro? Like, these people stay steady spamming their keyboard to get a task done, man. Like, bro, like, I only got, like, 12 monster chance, bro. You have, like, 50, bro. You're gonna get your monster, bro. Just relax, man. Like, it's nothing. It's not a big of a deal, bro. It's just a testing game. It's not actually out. Just relax. You're gonna get your monster soon. You already played monster, like, 1,000 times. You got 500 kills already, Timmy. There's no need for you to crash out just because you've had monster in like 5 to 6 rounds ago, man. You're gonna get your monster, bro. But yeah, I feel like the looping spots should be fixed up. Wait a minute. I gotta pull up the chat because my phone just died. Holding facility, you know, despite the doors being an annoyance, I'm kind of glad that this map cut out some certain spots, and it isn't, you know, too much of a loopable map like it was before. But I guess this map, it's not too bad. The tasks are definitely more balanced, but I guess I guess I'll put it in A tier for now. Maybe it's an alright map, not the best. You know what? I mean, it should probably go in B tier, but I guess an A tier would do it for now, because I'm kind of glad that this map, you know, had like certain balance changes, because like, bro, in Last Man Standing, bro, everybody was in that long freaking corner. But hey, I mean, I'm finding this map got a balance change, and that's all what matters. And the monster barriers are actually useful for once. You could actually find players and get to them more faster without, you know, you walking around and you finding them. But yeah, pretty good map. If the new map was still in here, I would also put it in a tier. It's not the interesting map to me, but it's definitely a good map, I would say, for Survivor. Maybe for Killer too, but you could get a lot of tasks done and stuff like that, and you could definitely escape way more easier. This map is basically guaranteed just free monster points, you know. You're guaranteed. That's like a blessed map. Okay. Let's see. All right, I'm a rank the Survivor abilities. Okay, let's start with Vanisher. You already know where Vanisher is about to go, bro. D tier. I'm joking, man. I'll say Vanisher goes in A tier, bro. The amount of times I've went against Vanisher users, bro, like, bro, the freaking iframes, man. Like, it's annoying, bro. Like, you hit them and they pop the potion up. Yeah, Midnight. I'm talking about you, man. You're a freaking Vanisher user, bro. Like, Vanisher users be on devious timing, bro. Like, you just gotta roll with it, bro. You gotta, like, find out which way they went. You can't even tell which one they went, bro. You try to find the way where they went, bro. You was wrong. They in the other side of the map. Free distance. Pop out the healing potion. Heal themselves up. You gotta do it all over again. Pop the potion. Get iframes. Run away at a different spot of the map. Like, I seriously can't stand Vanisher users enough, man. But, bro, like, it's guaranteed, you know, to be a free ability if you know how to use it. I'm not gonna put it in S tier because, like, it's good, but, you know, it's like a hit or miss. But yeah, it's definitely a good ability. Oxylarity? Okay, Oxylarity is kind of debatable because it got nerf changes, but I guess I'll put Oxylarity in B tier for now, maybe. But let me rethink that, because, like, you can't really use it, you know, that often, which I do agree on, because who would want to be healing mid-game and hearing the boombox every single time, you know, just using it. So I'll put it in B tier. It's a fair ability, but if you're far away and the killer is, like, not by any survivor, then it's definitely really effective to use to heal up other players that are in need of health. But, like, it's sort of a hit or miss in chase, you know. You lose stamina and doesn't really benefit you too much, I would say. Frontliner. Okay. I'm gonna put this junk in S tier, bro. Like, Frontliner, bro, like, I thought this ability would at least go to A tier, but I'm putting this in S tier for a reason, bro. Cause, like, some people don't usually play smart with this ability, but 85 stamina though. I thought you had more. I thought you had less health. You had 105 stamina. Although you have less health, like the speed boost in this freaking ability goes crazy. And some people like to use this advantage to use it when monsters are low on health. I mean, not low on health, low on stamina, and you're basically just bucking it. Like, you gotta seriously be really smart to kind of use this ability, and you know, it kind of works. You know, like the amount of times I've seen a bunch of frontliner users, bro, is crazy. Cause like they be zooming by, bro, and I think it's, you know, it's not too annoying, but hey, I'm just putting it as tier. Nothing really to say about this ability. Okay, now I don't know, man. Like the thing about this ability is, so when you block, like when you block, it's kind of weird. It's like you're like aiming it when the killer is like M1ing you and you don't get the health that you receive. That's my main problem about this ability. This ability is sort of a weird ability to use. And it's definitely sort of effective, but it's just sort of weird to kind of use. Like, is it just me, or when you block, like when you block with the ability, you don't really get any health back. I did that when I had like 60 like HP or something, and I was literally facing forward. I was blocking, and I didn't receive any HP back. If they patch you super being able to block HP drain stuff, I think you super might be bad. Like, I think Vanisher is definitely a bit better and frontliner than you super, because like it's kind of a clunky ability. But that little Doomfist ability where you push the killer back is definitely good. I like that ability. It's really effective in Chase especially. Just save up some stamina and you're basically good. You know, like, you know what? You know what? I don't know. You know, I'm gonna put it ahead of Vanisher. Like, I feel like the block is still clanky, but you still get health. But wait a minute. I gotta think this through. Because, like, this ability is not bad. I'm like, you know what? I'm thinking. I'm not looking at the chat or nothing. I'm not trying to like use people's words or nothing, but you know what, man? I'm putting this junk in S tier, bro. Like, you know, nah, bro. I'm putting that in S tier, bro. Yeah, I'm putting this junk in S tier, bro. Like, when I first used this ability, I thought it was like garbage, bro. But like, I actually find this ability to be like really effective. Generally, like the knockback, you know, you get distance and stuff like that. You know, you get health back. Is generally insane, and this could definitely counter certain killers such as Fogborn. You know, you kind of get, you know, a safe space. You know, you block at the right time, and you're not being stupid with your block. Then, you know, it's basically good to go. Like, some people like to put Frontliner ahead of this, but I digress to say that this is, you know, somewhat better. You know what? Let me change this up. I feel like I'm wrong. Yeah, I'm about to put this. Yeah, I'm about to put this junker down. Wait, where's Visor? Visor? Um. Okay, maybe an effective ability, but seriously, bro, I don't even fall for this ability. Like, it's the fact that they flash you and you still M1 them and kill them is crazy to me. Like, I don't find this ability to be that crazy. Because some people like to do it up close, and doing it up close is not a good idea. Like, generally, what are you doing if you're using it up close? Like, I just feel like this ability is just... Like, some people just low-key just... No, what am I saying? Like, the ability, bro, like, it's just not all that. It's just sort of counterable, bro. Like, unless if somebody's, like, looping somebody, then it definitely would be an A tier maybe, but, like, it's just not that effective. You could just switch targets and just go for the visor player. And, yeah, they're just basically dead. They're no visor, then what else is there to do to blind the killer and find out their location? I'm not gonna do the other ability because it's not on the list, and plus I didn't play the new ability for myself, so I'm not gonna rank it. Do this with Fright Fighters. Fright Fighters, do it even have a tier list? Fright Fighters tier list. Some people don't even know what Fright Fighters probably is. Nah, bro, that's a bad tier list. Alright, Fright Fighters tier list. Here we go. Some people don't know about this game, but this game is sort of popular, not really. Alright, let's get on with it. Okay, let's start off with Al-Oni's not in the game. Herobrine's isn't, nor Starve, or Santa EXC or Cool Killer. Or, is that Tattletale? Yeah, they're not even in the game. Alright, let's start off with Spooky. Spooky is probably an A tier. A lot of people like to call Spooky terrible because she gets zoned, but generally, if you really invest a bunch of time into Spooky, the Spooky is definitely a really good fighter for the field. She is pretty good to stop people from pressuring her, and she could, push all the pressure back into the fighter, whatever who you're going against. She is kind of bad to go against killers that have better health and better shield than her, because she has a little shield and a little health, and she's pretty much a punching bag if you're, not using your abilities effectively. She has a ton of mobility abilities to back up and go back into chase. Did you already talk about the SPRINGTRAP PCX? Yeah, I already did. Yeah, but she is, really good. I put her in B tier, but I think she's an A tier because her abilities do really good damage. Okay, Baldy is going in D tier. Like, I say this because Baldy has no shields. Baldy gets beat up. Baldy, only way to really get kills is to pre-run a lot to get health, and it's pretty much it. Baldy is just not a good character. A lot of people say that he's good, but he's generally not a good killer. He's basically an M1 killer, and his speed is not that good. He doesn't have good get damage, He's just a punching bag. The dog, we'll get into that. The dog is definitely way more better than Baldy. Baldy just gets countered by a ton of killers, especially killers such as Via Mimic and many more. So Baldy's going in D tier. He needs a buff. The dog is going in B tier. You know what? Nah. Maybe, yeah, the dog is going in A tier for sure. Like, you have a good day. See ya, Max. Like, the dog is kind of a debatable character, but like, he has really good damage if you know how to use him correctly. His target practice is his best ability, and he can reload in a lot of his abilities, and he has iframes and a ton of abilities to save him from, prevent him from getting killed, and he can pressure people really good. The main problem with him is that he has no shields, and I feel like it kind of fits him, but like he sort of gets zoned depending on how you play as him with your own style. But he's still an effective killer. I think he's better than Spooky in my personal opinion. This is going by experience, but yeah, sometimes the dog could be your worst enemy. He's kind of sneaky with getting kills. Okay, let's start out with Inkfell. He's going in S tier. Inkfell is the best monster in this freaking game. The summoners sadly carry him, which is the best part about him because he's a summoner. Spooky's also a summoner. And this guy, summoners could basically get assist kills and kills for him, and they do a ton of damage, and they're also really fast, and they can also grow little baby eggs, and it's just really effective, and he can just keep spamming this, and he's guaranteed to win the game. You don't see a ton of Ink Demon players, but he's generally the best killer in this game. And I used to think he was bad, but he's generally a good killer to play as. Fighter to play as. Jeff is going in S tier. Maybe. But actually, not like Jeff is definitely like an OP killer. OP fighter. Cause like I complain about this guy so much because Jeff seriously has no type of counters really. Like his grab does so much damage. This guy is very fast. M1 does a ton of damage. This guy has iframes. He's a pretty effective killer. Some fighters can't really do anything. What about summations? This is a I'm too lazy to change the title, so this is like a Fright Fighters tier list. I gotta hurry up with this because I'm about to go. Yeah, I'm gonna just rush. Springtrap. Yeah, Springtrap is an A tier. Vita Mimic. I'll probably say like maybe a minus A tier. Slenderman, I say S tier. Yeah, I say S tier. Laver the Ghoul. Some people talk trash about him. I'll say A tier, cause this guy is really spammable. John, yeah, he's going in S tier for sure. Not better than Slenderman or any of these other killers, but how does Slenderman actually work? Slenderman, he doesn't have really an M1, but like if you're sprinting, it does damage to people who look at him. He can place traps, which traps the player obviously, and it's depending on how much pages he has. If he has more pages, he does more damage, and if they step on a trap, then it basically makes them take a ton of damage and basically kills them. And without the traps, it still does a ton of damage, and he can teleport. This guy is pretty cracked in Fright Fighters. But yeah, this is my Fright Fighters tier list. There's nothing too special about it, but it's whatever. I'm about to go because, whatever. So see y'all.